By the way, okay, there's two things I learned that I didn't know about Carter since his passing. Number one, Yasser Arafat tried to warn Carter that their Republicans were like the Reagan was actually trying to get the PLO to open up back channel communications with Iran to sidestep Carter's administration and extend the refugee crisis in an effort to use it as not the refugee crisis, sorry, the hostage crisis, in an effort to use it as a weapon against Carter. And Jimmy Carter literally threw his hands up in the air and said, I don't care. Don't tell me about any of this. That's one thing I learned. And the other thing I heard, and I don't know the veracity of the second one, but the other thing I learned was, and this one is even crazier, apparently Jimmy Carter was not allowed to speak at Obama's inauguration, which is unique. Okay. And the reason for why, hold on, was apparently he wanted to, like, he was at the inauguration, but he was not, was it at the DNC? Oh, this right here. There was less overt tension between Mr. Carter and Mr. Obama, but little warmth either. The former president was annoyed at being left off the program of live speakers at Mr. Obama's nominating convention in 2008, but supported the younger man's efforts to expand healthcare for the indigent at home while criticizing the continued use of drone strikes to target terrorists overseas. This is a long write-up describing how Jimmy Carter's post-presidency work often conflicted with the agenda of the U.S. government, and there isn't a single mention of Palestine, not one. Why didn't Jimmy Carter, according to the Jewish Telegraphic Agency, why didn't Jimmy Carter speak from the podium at the Democratic National Convention? Alan Dershowitz said he had something to do with it. An interview with Shalom TV, the Harvard law professor, says he pushed Barack Obama very hard to make that decision. Dershowitz said in an interview with Shalom TV, Barack Obama had to make a choice between his Jewish supporters and his anti-Israel supporters like Jimmy Carter, and he did not choose Jimmy Carter. And that was an embarrassment for Jimmy Carter and a show of disrespect. It was a good decision, a wise decision, a moral decision, Dershowitz added. Now, I'll say this. Alan Dershowitz is a notorious plagiarizer and a fabulist. Therefore, I don't know if he's just kind of planting himself into the story by lying to Shalom TV. Having said that, however, he did have access and was regarded as a person of decent notoriety that was a member of the elites at the time, and therefore he could have easily had Obama's ear. I don't know like I said, this claim I don't know the veracity of, because if the only proof of this is the fact that Jimmy Carter was not allowed to speak at Obama's nominating convention, and the fact that Alan Dershowitz himself said it, okay, I will, it could be fake. It could be him lying.